These guys have been melting down recently. PBD has been fighting with that Adam dude. Adam's been fighting with this dude. This dude's been fighting with BPD, GBDD, CBDD, whatever his name is.
We were in the trenches with you. Okay, now what? Because we're questioning one thing. Jeffrey Epstein suddenly...
Dude, Vinny is like... Vinny, if you wanted to, like, take conspiracy theorists and just give, like, an example of what a conspiracy theorist is, Vinny is the dude. Vinny is the dude. Like, if somebody asks you what is a conspiracy theorist, you just pull out a video of Vinny, dude. Oh my God, let's do this. Let's do this one more time.
Okay, now what? Because we're questioning one thing. Jeffrey Epstein suddenly,
still going
we're
on,
the enemy.
gamer.
We're the losers.
We're
on. The idiots. Look away. Shut up. It's Russia collusion. That's horse shit. Okay? This Epstein's been going on since early 2000s. What? Maybe even the 90s he was doing this.
But the best part is that not only did they say it's Russia collusion all over again, they brought back the Russia collusion. They're now blaming Obama. They're saying, like, Obama fucking... You look over here, guys. He bugged the fucking Trump Tower, dude. They made up the charges, brother. Like, Russia is like their fucking wild card. It's a wild card. They're like, you think you got us? It's like Uno, and you got, like, the reverse card. It's like the Russia collusion shit is their Uno reverse card. They're like, they played the Epstein Files card, and Trump's like, bam, Russia collusion card.
Perverted stuff. Been going on Russia collusion. That's horse shit. Okay? This Epstein's been going on since early 2000s. What? Maybe even the 90s he was doing this perverted stuff.
So
you don't
mad.
get to do that. I'm sorry. And everybody always thinks that we're always on the Trump train and we don't have any criticism. I'm sorry, bro. You don't do that shit. You don't spit in our faces. Everything that we've been through. Pat, I've lost not only friendship.
He said everything we've been through. Vinny and Trump are breaking up.
Bro, you don't do that shit. You don't spit in our faces. Everything that we've been through. Pat, I've lost not only friendships, I've lost family members I don't even talk to anymore because of this shit. And then you're gonna...
Dude, what do I tell them? What do I tell the Trump supporters when they come in here? What do I tell them? I'm like, look, I know, brother. I know why you're here. You ain't got no friends anymore. Your family doesn't want to talk to you. Your coworkers fucking hate you because all you do is talk about sucking off Donald Trump. You're so lonely. You want just any kind of human contact that you can possibly get. So here you are in my chat, getting the thing that you love. Shit on your chest. Look at Vinny. Look at Vinny. He's just talking about it. He's like, motherfucker, this is what they did to us. We didn't do it to you, Vinny. You did it to yourself. Donald Trump did it to you. You're in an abusive relationship. And Donald Trump's the abuser and you the victim. Fucking 100%.
Don't do that shit. You don't spit in our faces. Everything that we've been through. Pat, I've lost not only friendships, I've lost family members I don't even talk to anymore because of this shit. And then you're going to come out and tell us.
Can you imagine, Redon? Can you imagine fucking him fucking seeing you at the bar? No, bro, listen. It's that meme where that bald dude that looks kind of like me is leaning in on that chick and yelling at her at like a party. Like that's the meme, but with Vinny.
It's like, I don't need your support. I don't need your...
Okay, have
that attitude. And you're going to see it make these people lose. 2006, the midterms, you're going to lose that type of freaking support and anybody attached to his name. If Eric tries to run, if anybody with the Trump name 2028 tries to run...
Bro, please, for the love of fucking God, don't anybody with a Trump fucking name run. Jesus Christ, this shit is bad enough. It is time to let up, okay? It is time to... Look, MAGA, I don't ask you guys for a lot of favors, all right? Mostly I just make fun of you. But MAGA, do us all a favor. Everybody needs a fucking breather, doc. Don't put fucking Don Jr. in there. Don't put... Look, you guys are dumb as fuck. I am not going to put this past you. Please don't. Please don't. It's not worth owning the left to put fucking Donald Trump Jr. in office.
This is going to be hanging over the head because now the trust is lost.
So that is Vinny Oshana, who we've actually discussed in previous videos. He's a frequent guest of Piers Morgan's, and that was on the Patrick Bet David Pro MAGA podcast. These are iconic MAGA podcasters and influencers, wildly successful, even though I loathe their political views, and they are unapologetically pro-MAGA. And Trump attacking MAGA over the Epstein debacle, as we've discussed in multiple videos, has caused Vinny to have a total meltdown. He is finally speaking up.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in Trump's defense, fuck, don't clip that. In Trump's defense, it doesn't take a lot to make Vinny melt down.
Critical, blunt language against Donald Trump directly. And
Golf says I can smell Drakkar Noir through the screen. You know, I was going to say Whitewater.
even Patrick Bet David himself, the calmer voice on the show, but still pro-Trump, he's sounding the alarm as well, both on that podcast and on Twitter, begging Trump to stop. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go.
Fucking amazing.
All right, friends. So Patrick Bet David goes on Twitter last night, and he says, no one is bringing more attention to the Epstein files than President Trump. It's getting out of control. An insider should have a conversation. His team made promises they didn't keep. The base is pissed. Rightfully so. Your base is not your enemy. Focus on regaining trust. Now,
this is what's wrong with MAGA. Like, it's like, okay, so you realize that he's hiding the Epstein files. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. You've realized that you're on the way to recovery. You're on the way to recovery. You've realized that he's hiding the files from you. Now, the next step is to ask yourself this one very important question. Why? Why would Donald Trump, who said multiple times that the files should be released, make up a story about Obama, Comey, and or Comer, not Comey, Comer. Wait, Comey. Yeah, Comey, not Comer. And Biden making them. This is very important. Like I said, this is the litmus test. This is where you like if you can fucking figure this out, MAGA, you might be able to come back to sanity. You might be able to come back to society. This is your chance if you can just figure out why Donald Trump would make up a story about this. Come on, guys. I'm not going to give you the answer. I've given it to you before. You can do it. You can do it. Break out the crayons, guys.
Now, that got 21,000 likes, about 2,000 comments. Okay. Now, some people pushed
Bill
back
Mitchell.
and said, you're 1,000% wrong. How did Trump's people not keep their promises? They did an investigation. They came to a conclusion. And they announced their conclusion. Are you aware of some evidence that you've seen that you've seen that they have not, or just guessing? He's like, Patrick Bet David goes, can you read? His team made promises on his behalf and created this mess. Everything rises and falls on leadership, and he's the leader. Pretty sure he doesn't need your advice. Patrick Bet David fires back. Pretty sure it's been trending for a week and with a 12,000% increase of attention to the issue, and he won't stop talking about it. So we've got some other clip.
Wait, that fucking, where were the people who were assaulted? Where are the people who were assaulted at? Why haven't they came out? Fucking Coach Jason Brown, you're an absolute fucking waste of oxygen. Katie Johnson, the Jeffrey chick, like what do you mean nobody? There is fucking countless people that have came out and said that they were victimized by Epstein and Trump. There's a literal court case in Florida from Katie Johnson saying that she was abused by Trump and fucking Epstein when she was 13. I fucking hate these people.
Increase of attention to the issue, and he won't stop talking about it. So we've got some other clips to play, but PBD, again, to his credit, I try to think of like who are in the entire MAGA sphere. So I'm thinking of Charlie Kirk, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh. Who's the most reasonable MAGA influencer? And I'm starting to think it might be PBD because he is still unapologetically pro-Trump. He grades Trump on a curve. I think he's factually wrong on so much of Trump's record.
Yeah,
but he's
I'm not saying washing, dude.
Repeatedly criticized Trump before, and he does it calmly.
but this is crazy. This is my problem with this argument. Is saying that PBD in some way, I mean, I guess he's saying he's the most stable or whatever of all these people. Sure, I guess if you're grading him on a scale. Any single person right now in MAGA that does not understand why Trump is hiding these files from them and understand that the reason that he's doing that is because of his connections in those files. Any person that fucking can't figure that out right now is fucking brain dead. I don't care if it's Patrick David. I don't care if it's Matt Walsh. I don't care who the fuck it is. If you can't figure out that the reason that Trump won't release those files is because his name is all over them, you are fucking brain dead. Brain dead.
And rationally on Fox News and other places on his own podcast, and you're about to see some of that here. So maybe we found the most reasonable MAGA podcaster, maybe. We'll see. I want to play this clip. This is from their podcast stream earlier today in which he introduces the topic following Trump's unhinged meltdown on Truth Social yesterday, and then again in the Oval Office yesterday after the Truth Social post.
Last night, we're at the boardroom till 11 o'clock at night with some interesting people who are connected.
Can you just see them all with their head in their hands as they're like fucking seeing this 2,000 word fucking Truth Social post, and they're just like, why is he making it so hard to defend him? It's a good question, actually.
On the political side, and we're having conversation. I'm like, hey, one of the guys that was there, I said, what's up with this Epstein stuff? Why is he not letting this go? You screwed up. You had a fumble, but you're not letting it go. You keep bringing it back up.
Dude, he is so close. He's almost there, guys.
I love the poorly educated.
He is almost there, guys. Like, he is so close to figuring it out.
There is not a single person that's bringing more attention to the Epstein than Trump. Not one. No, and there isn't anybody that's bringing more attention to this than him, okay? And then he comes out yesterday and he calls MAGA-based stupid people and gullible weaklings.
We do agree on some things, it turns out. Me and Donald Trump. We do agree on some things.
Over Epstein files. Rob, I don't know if you have this clip or not. The radical left Democrats have hit, is that the one or no?
This is his Truth Social post, and then he commented as well. I have the videos.
Do you have the video? Play the video first of stupid people. Because, you know, I want to know the strategy behind saying something like this. Go ahead, Rob.
He said the strategy. There's no strategy, dog. It's just Donald Trump.
All this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your attorney general told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen?
No, it's not the attorney general. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him, and it's a bad group.
He's saying Comey and Wray have been running on Epstein.
The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax that's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running.
Dude. And the crazy thing is that isn't working. Usually that's like enough, right? Like if Trump says they're bad at picking candidates to win elections, usually MAGA's like, boom! Fuck! Oh, shit, man! Holy shit, he just owned those lips so fucking hard right now, dog! Oh, I am so erect. Brenda! Take off your pants. We're having sex tonight. He just owned those lips so fucking hard. I am fucking hard as a rock right now, Brenda. Usually that works. And yeah, it doesn't. Turns out if you call them stupid right before you drop your funny little quip.
They can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running.
Yeah, he
may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city.
What dimension of chess are we on now? I think this is like 16D.
No, it's I call it the Epstein hoax. It takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking.
Dude he just feels so fucking smart. He's like, dude, I'm a genius.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
He's like, you're going to be really happy to know that I've dubbed this the Epstein hoax. That's actually pretty big. You should put that one in your article, your little article that you're going to read there. I don't write pictures, just so you know, but you can put that quote in there. It's an Epstein hoax. That's HOUIX hoax.
Talking about the great achievements we've
Pause
had.
it right there, Ron. Okay. So, Tom, one end, resume, a lot of victories. On this end, Epstein, he's not letting it go. Now he's calling stupid people. I've not heard a strategy where you call your customer stupid or you call your voter base stupid. How do you process this?
So let's stop right there. Okay, we're going to play a different clip at a different point. So you can see how PBD feels about it. He obviously thinks this is a really, really dumb strategy. And it is.
It's fucking, but the worst part about it is it's not just bad strategy, dog. He's hiding fucking legit people that harm children. I can't say this fucking enough, is I'm so tired of hearing people talk about this fucking topic like it's some kind of like it's good or it's bad for him as the president of the United States. The motherfucker is hiding evidence that fucking could lead to the prosecution of people that have harmed children. Can we stop fucking talking about this like, it doesn't seem like sound strategy. That's a fucking bold strategy, Cotton. We're going to see how it works out for him. Can we stop fucking acting like this shit is just some kind of strategy failure? It's not a fucking strategy failure. The jackass is hiding evidence so that way people that harm children don't go to prison, and he could be one of them. Please stop acting like this is in any fucking way a sane way to talk about this. Is it good strategy? Jesus fucking Christ.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, I hope Donald Trump doubles down on this because, again, whatever fractures the Republican Party, the MAGA coalition, and weakens and undermines the Trump administration, it's objectively good for not only Americans, including conservatives, by the way. I would argue this is probably good for the human race as an entire species. But PBD very calmly is pointing...
Redog, they're probably watching the chat right now. They're like, oh, dude, I just saw one of them. One of them said they need more binders. What do you think? Phase 2 binders? What do you think about that? What do you think about phase 2 binders? Fuck yeah. Put out phase 2 binders.
It out. That is, you got to understand. So, and I think this might be part of it. I don't know if Patrick Bet-David is a Trump cultist. I really don't. He might be the first one I have found who is a MAGA podcaster. Maybe Ben Shapiro. But I think Shapiro's slimier in the sense that Shapiro just has constantly violated his own principles, particularly in the last couple of years for Trump's benefit.
Yeah, and what is the Ben Shapiro shit? Ben Shapiro's sitting there going, well, let's look at the facts, guys. All right, if you look at the facts, actually, all right, so if you look at this way, it does not seem like there's any evidence of anything happening right now. Fucking, I have lost my shit.
Trump gets more unhinged and authoritarian. But PBD is actually calmly diagnosing the situation from a business perspective,
Please
right?
stop.
Which is you're
Please
insulting
stop
your
that.
clientele. You're
gonna
insulting
lose
your
it.
customer base to the
gonna
extent that there's a
fucking lose
political
it.
analogy here. Those are your voters. Now, Trump, of course, I suppose on paper, isn't running for re-election, right? Because the
What up, Manny?
22nd Amendment
Enjoy the time with your
has him
family.
term limited. Of course, he's also threatened to run for a third term unconstitutionally anyway. So maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe, again, as I've said, I think that he has been conditioned by his base to look at the base as a cult. And again, I have to emphasize this. That's not a total delusion by Trump. As
Oh, no, it
terrible as
definitely
Trump
is a
is
cult.
treating his base, and he is terribly treating them, abusing them in a lot of ways, they have set themselves up for that in the sense that they have conditioned Trump. They have contributed to the assessment of Trump that he can say and do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and I do agree with that because that's what I said the other day is that it's kind of a closed loop now. Like the abuse within MAGA. So you have Trump abusing MAGA, MAGA enjoying that abuse for the most part. Because, they think, it's not directed at them. It's directed at the other stupid people in their party. And then you got MAGA, force-feeding their anger and hate back up the line to Trump, who then force-feeds his anger and hate back down the line to his supporters. And like I said, this is actually, in my opinion, going to end so badly because there is no real way for Trump to get out of this without doing something insane. Like I said, you can't, even the Obama shit that he's trying to spout right now, like he can't put Obama on trial. There's no crime that's committed. There's no actual evidence of a crime that has been committed that you would be able to like hold him accountable for, right? So you're not, you can, they're just going to continue to feed them anger and hate that these people exist and they're getting away with these things, all while hiding the Epstein files, which they know have connections to the people that they're connected with. And eventually, MAGA is going to boil over. Or, you know what? Actually, I'm wrong. Trump is most likely going to boil over because of his irritation with MAGA before MAGA boils over with Trump, right? Because that's like classic abuser relationship, is that like eventually he's going to get so mad that he's going to yell at them to shut the fuck up, and when they don't, he's going to hit them. That's how abusive relationships work. I don't really see, sadly, any way that this ends except for in a really fucking bad way for everybody involved, and that means even the fucking people that are not trying to hear any of this shit in the first place. It's really fucking bad.
And he gets to dictate their lives from on high down. They've contributed to that. So we're finally seeing this dissonance here, this collision. And so I like actually how PBD diagnoses it, even though he's doing it from a position of he's wanting Trump to stop.
No, LB asked, do you think he would take his own life if he was caught out? No. Too narcissistic. Even if you grab Trump, even if like all the information came out and he was like hardcore, like videos of him or pictures of him doing things that are fucked up, even if that was said, like the way how narcissistic Trump is he would lie to himself and say that those images weren't real. He probably tells himself that shit never happened, like if it happened, right? I don't see him ever taking his own life. I think he's too narcissistic for that.
Just because he likes Trump and wants Trump to succeed. I want Trump to fail in terms of all the terrible things he wants to do. If Trump had a really good idea, I would want him to succeed, but can't really think of one, right? So I want to play this one last clip because, and I don't know what the hell this is, but they have this map of consciousness thing. It sounds like, I don't know, it just sounds like MLM.
This looks like some cult shit.
Nonsense. And I want you to see the emotion that they associate with Trump on the Epstein files.
I actually don't.
I don't. Wait, Trump in this?
Yeah. Where does Trump in this, right? On the way he's handling the Epstein.
Would you go fear?
I would put fear.
He's scared.
I think.
Yeah, he's very scared.
Afraid.
He's obviously scared.
Of course, then we can speculate as to why might.
I agree with what Cheyenne says. Yeah, if anything, he would probably cut bait and fucking fly off to Russia.
Trump be afraid in a situation like this, but the bottom line is he is acting in a state of panic, in a state of fear.
Then his ass would be put on the front line just like that dipshit content creator.
And even his MAGA influencers are recognizing it. Now, will they fall in line? Charlie Kirk wants to desperately.
Yep.
Ben Shapiro obviously is. Benny Johnson, really, he's trying to go back and he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. But PBD is calling it out the way it is. And so I think that's great. I think that it's great that some MAGA influencers feel comfortable enough to not only identify this, but also to get into the trenches and fight it out with more cultish MAGA members and say, no, Donald Trump is screwing up here, and we shouldn't be a cult. Unfortunately, I think tens of millions of Americans will continue to adopt the cult-like mentality. And again, going back to Vinny Oshana here, again, if you've seen him on Piers Morgan a lot, this guy is like unhinged MAGA. I mean, frothing at the mouth. He gets purple, his veins erupt. Like he's a MAGA warrior for Trump in all the worst ways. And even he is taking profound personal offense at what Trump has said. That's how you know Trump is screwing up spectacularly. And we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with him. I think that obviously I like Pondering Politics, and I like the way he's going about it. I just don't like. I didn't like the whole, the way that we're talking about this subject. I don't like the way we're talking about this subject. The things that happen to those people are fucking horrific, and it should be talked about in the correct way. And that is, if somebody is hiding evidence to protect people that have harmed children, fuck those people. I don't care if it's a good or bad strategy for them, fucking politic-wise. But yeah, Pondering Politics, very good there. He's right on with saying, I guess I don't have the same patience. I don't have the same patience to sit here and say like, oh, it's good that PBD is like, looking into these things, but it does show signs of hope that some of these people, regardless of whether or not I think their other foundational beliefs are dog shit, that at least maybe they won't cross this line. We'll see about that. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.